South Bend City Council meeting, November 28th, 2022.
So
Call the meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everybody. Do we have any items from the public tonight? Does not look like we do. So we'll move on to item number 4. I will entertain a motion to approve the agenda, the consent agenda, and the minutes from November 14th, 2022.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, everyone is in favor. So we're going to move on to item 5, correspondence, and we did receive a letter from citizen Craig Spredeman regarding our flood water gate options. I see you are on the call. Would you like me to read this for the record?
To be honest, if everybody's actually read what I provided to them, I'm fine. I was going to post it on social media as well. If you want to read it into the record, I'm not overly concerned about this one being on the record as such.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for your tips on water gates and sandbaggers and all of that. Appreciate it. So let's move on to item 6, public hearing in regards to the ordinance number 1585, the budget for fiscal year ending December 31, 2023. And within the packet is the list of budgeted revenues and expenditures and the salary sheets, as well as the capital purchase hopes for the future. So it's now 5:32 and I will open the public hearing in regards to the budget. Is there anyone from the public that would like to make any comment? It does not appear that there is. So it's 5:32 and 30 seconds, and we will close the public hearing in regards to the budget. So let's move on to item 7, ordinance number 1585, an ordinance adopting the budget for the city of South Bend for the fiscal year ending December 31, 2023. This is a first reading, so this action will move it to the second reading at our next meeting. So I would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor of moving it to the second reading?
Aye.
Aye.
Everyone is in favor. All right, let's move on to item 8, ordinance number 1584, compliance with the Public Records Act. This is the final reading. And again, this is in regards to Chief.
Being able to charge for time spent redacting body cam videos.
Correct. So I would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to department head reports, Police Chief Stiegel.
We have had quite a few burglaries in the last couple weeks. A couple of them got away with some equipment, and one got away with a substantial amount of money. But I would just advise people to make sure things are locked up, even though these were busted through windows and got into businesses that way. But another thing that would be really, really helpful is if people had cameras on their homes. I know that sometimes the costs associated with that is the reason people don't have them, but they're relatively cheap to get. You know, the little Blink cameras, I have them from Amazon. They're pretty cheap, but they help us solve a lot of these crimes. You know, because being able to actually collect physical evidence and DNA evidence and fingerprints and stuff like that. Actually sending it to the state crime lab and getting results is near impossible for property crimes. So, the more evidence we have outside of like DNA and, that type of evidence, video is probably the best. And, you know, even if you don't have one, maybe your neighbor has a camera on their house, but if we could get every other house in the city to have some kind of cameras, that would be really helpful. So just think about that and maybe warn your neighbors to keep an eye out. These are happening late at night. The bad guys know when we're not out, so we're trying to accommodate and surprise people by coming out at different times. It's hard to do when we're already a guy down, but we're doing what we can. So just to let you know, there are people out breaking into people's houses. So that's all I have.
Okay. Supervisor Hout?
I don't have much. It's been pretty slow lately. We have been prepping for the heavy rains and all that stuff, doing the ditch and the catch basins and all that kind of stuff, the jetting storm pipes and all that, just getting ready for any type of heavy rains. So
Okay.
all I have.
Clerk Treasurer Sola?
I just wanted to thank Bubba, Luke, Jaden, and Rich for helping me with the Christmas tree being put over in the park. I had this crazy idea and they came together and helped me make that happen. And we got some lights that'll go up this week too around the fence. So we're excited. We were excited. I'm excited about it because I just think it looks festive and fits that park. So just wanted to thank them for on a day off coming and helping me. So
Cool. All right, I just have one or two things. The first is, the port did receive the money to purchase Bendixson's, so they are planning to put a makerspace in there. So, yeah, like 1.9 million or something they received. So that's gonna be awesome, and so I've been added to an advisory committee, if you will, to kind of help get through this thing. As far as input from the community, I was one of those tapped. There's like a dozen of us that have been tapped to help go through the process. And they want to bounce ideas off of us and get our input and stuff. So I had one interview already where they kind of did a SWOT assessment, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, threats is the last one. I had to think about that. Anyway, that's a pretty common thing that they do in these types of situations, but they're in the planning stage now, so it's going to be exciting. We're going to see something happen there. So that's a really good thing. And tomorrow I'm planning to go to the county commissioners meeting and talk about hopefully they will look for some kind of planning grant opportunity for back here on Office Central. But I'm gonna approach them about that tomorrow at their meeting. So that's my plan.
Cool.
So, all right. So do we have any public comments in regards to current agenda items? Does not appear that we do. All right, so let's move on to council comments. Councilor Williams,
Nothing for me tonight.
Councilor Davis.
Nothing. I was gonna say something about the yellow deli.
They're moving along.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, I saw the plans and I knew it took up most of the lot, but boy, when it's got wood on it. It's pretty impressive.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Councilor Manlow?
Yeah, I was gonna comment on that. It's impressive.
Mhm.
Is that the section where they have the beams coming out? Is that gonna be an open area for seating where they have the lamb beams coming? Or is that's gonna be sealed?
No,
Okay.
this seating's gonna be on the
Oh, okay.
first floor.
Alright.
Yeah. There'll be an open portion in the middle of it where you can see the open rafters and stuff like that
Oh, okay. All right.
for the second story and stuff,
And thank you, Craig, for your research on. I'm intrigued.
Talk about impressive.
I'm intrigued with especially one of those ideas. Yeah, so we'll see where it goes, but
Yeah,
yeah.
That is what I do. What I gave you, I've had people hire me just because I do that kind of stuff. So I'm a data junkie.
Okay, all right, that's it.
Counselor Kuiken.
I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with that Christmas tree. I saw that thing there. I thought, holy cow, it's a big tree right in the middle of the yard, and they got it all bridged up, and it looks fabulous. So that is really neat to see that part back to our community again, because I know Davis has had a big part of that for many years, having one down there, and I think it's been greatly missed by a lot of people in the community. So I'm glad to see us get that. So thank you to everybody that made that happen.
All right, thank you. Do we have any future agenda topics? All right, short and sweet tonight. We are adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
See you guys later.
So we just have one meeting next month, right?